Happy Wednesday, Pipers. Come on in. Let's find out what time it is now. This week it's all about the time. Now remember, we're not going to do the first page because you're going to pick your favorite time of the day. So we'll save that page for the very end. And today we're starting with a page about we're looking at the pictures. And we're going to see which one of these projects takes more time. Not less time, more time. It will take you a longer amount of time to do which of these pictures? Paint the gate of the fence or paint the entire fence? Which would take more of your time? More seconds, minutes, hours, weeks, months, years? And if you said the whole fence, you are correct. All right, look at each of those rows of pictures and think which would take longer. Put me on pause and come back to see how it looks at the end. All right, does your paper agree with Kathy's paper? It takes longer to do a big crossword puzzle than a small one. It takes longer to brush a big horse than a little dog. And it takes longer to fill your whole big swimming pool than a little glass of water. Well done, pre-Ks, all about the time. All right, now we're counting objects in each group, and we're going to color a block for each of the things in the category and then write the number at the end. Let's do the first one together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first row, 6, 7. So I will color in 7 of these boxes. You can do a better job than Kathy and use more crayon. But I want to get done to show you how it should look. And then put the number 7 over here between the sky and the grass. Over and down from heaven makes the number 7. Now I'm going to tell you a little clue that will make it go faster. Each of these groups is grouped by 5s. Each of these quantities of flowers is grouped by 5. So you don't have to count the first row of 5. You can start on 5 and then add 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I know there's 9 things there. I didn't have to count that first row because I know that the first row is always 5, and we've learned to count by 5s. All right, put me on pause and come back and find out the answers. All right, come on back. Do you agree with Kathy? Do you have the same numbers on your sheet? I didn't have to count that first row. I got the numbers 3, 9, 5, 8, and 6. Well done counting. All right, let's go back to those clocks. We found out about the different clocks, and here we're going to put a circle around the one that's different. So take a look. Which clock is pointing to a different number, the little hand? If you said the middle one, you're correct. Its little hand is pointing to the 4. The other clocks are pointing to the 3. All right, put me on pause and come on back when you finish the page. All right, pre-Ks, do you agree with me? Look and see. These fish have bubbles and this one does not. These shoes have a different print on the front. This one has a loop in the middle. So this one is different. Now we're looking at some more clocks, and we're looking at that small hand. Remember, the little hand is called the hour hand. That's the first one we learned to read, the small little hour hand. And Kathy highlighted it for you so that you could see which one was the small hand and which one was the big hand. We're concentrating only on the small short hand because that tells us what hour it is. Here the little hand is pointing to the 3, so we put a 3 in the front. Here the little hand is pointing to the 7, you've got it, so we put the 7 in the front. Put me on pause, check those little hands, and come back and see if you agree with me. All right, do your numbers look like Kathy's? The little hand's pointing to the 12, the 1, and the 10. That gives us the hour. Now, each of these large, big hands is pointing to the 12. That doesn't mean it's a 12 o'clock because the big hand tells us the minutes. These minutes are all at the beginning of the hour, so we're going to put 00. 00 tells you that no minutes have passed in that hour. So after these little dots that tell us the seconds, that blinks the seconds on a digital clock, we're going to put 00. A 0 starts at the sky, I don't know why, goes down to the grass real fast. After each one of those double dots, we're putting a 00 for o'clock, the beginning of the hour. You can do it, take your time, and then come back and join me. The next sheet is matching up sight words. Oh, that's easy breezy. The sight word on the left, do, you have to find 2 of those on the right. So look at the order of the letters, D-O, find D-O, and put a ring around it so that your sight word matches. Put me on pause and come back and look and see. All right, does your paper look like Kathy's? See if you recognize these sight words. You, ooh, tough one, sm, double consonant blend, short E, smell, you got it. The, long A, cake, well done. Matching up those sight words, we've seen those at Jeopardy. All right, the last page for today, Wednesday, is more time. So we're looking at the little hand again. The small hand will tell us the hour. But this doesn't have 00 on it. The last page had 00 and 2 dots. That's how a digital clock would tell us 5 o'clock. But instead of having the double zeros, they wrote the word o'clock because that's how you would say it. It's now 5 o'clock. What time is it? 5 o'clock. The little hand tells us the hour, and the 00 or the word o'clock tells us the beginning of the hour. Put me on pause and come back and see if we match. All right, look at your paper. See if you agree with Kathy. The little hand's pointing to the 9 o'clock. The little hand's pointing to the 2 o'clock. The little hand's pointing to the 7 o'clock. The little hand's pointing to the 1 o'clock. The little hand's pointing to the 6 o'clock. And you finished your book work today on Wednesday.